In my last two videos, all of one person asked me if I was going to watch Wonder Man, and to you, Mr. Labrick Time, I did watch it. Now, initially, I didn't think this show should exist. We already have a huge roster of underdeveloped heroes that are begging to be revisited. Why a show about Wonder Man? And after watching the show, I'm a little torn, because it is kind of peak, but no one really asked for this. Most people don't even really know who this guy is, but they somehow make it work. And I'm kind of going against everything that I've been saying recently, that we need more unity, not more characters, but it is nice to just have something be good, and it's one of the only shows that justified actually being a show. For the longest time, hearing the term MCU show left a bad taste in the mouth, and it's because Marvel still does not understand the medium that is television. Film and TV are very different, and trying to blend them together is why we have so many misses. At the beginning of the multiverse saga, they came up with this formula for accelerating the growth of the franchise by creating the 6-episode format and then peddling all of these subpar shows onto their streaming service, which is a whole nother video entirely, the reinvention of cable. What they did was stretch out some of these lesser ideas and turn them into what they think would have been a more palatable format, television. And that's just not how this works. Out of the dozen shows that exist, there are only 2 or 3 that actually justify their length: WandaVision, and really only this one. These are stories that benefit from the runtime. Almost everything else doesn't. When the executive board doesn't really like the project, you end up getting these half-baked, bloated shows on Disney+. Whenever you see 6 episodes, you know it could have been a movie. They call them limited series for a reason. I don't even want to get into that headspace of would I rather have a Moon Knight movie or Eternals. We know the answer to that, but they pick and choose what would have done better, and that sucks. Now, Wonder Man is different. It's actually good. Yes, it's still separate from everything else, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. Even now, with everything they're making in every single direction, they can still make something worth your while. Now, I know for a fact there are at least 2 good projects in phase, 6 or 7? Wonder Man feels more personal. It's lower stakes, which is whatever, but there's something to latch onto, and I like that. There are very few moments of them ever doing any superhero like fight stuff or action, and I cannot ask for more of that. The thing that carries this show is the writing. This isn't an origin story. This is just about a guy who wants to be an actor and also happens to have powers. That's original. Just someone passionate about their love of acting. And for a brief second, I imagined that there were people at Disney like Simon who care about the art that they're making, and it's not just about the bag. But hopefully this is a wake-up call to Marvel that originality sells. If it's all about money, then creativity must become the motivator, not fan service. I hope this point can get across that formulaic shows do not work. The fandom is bored. This is what we want. And I really only watched Wonder Man because people told me it was good enough to watch, that it was worth the time. And honestly, I kind of forgot I was watching a Marvel show. It's nice to get independent stories once in a while, like what Guardians was to phases 1, 2, and 3. But when everything is separate, then it becomes a problem. You sort of really only consider Marvel to be what you like or what you dare to even consume. Like Secret Invasion, I don't really even consider that to be the MCU because I only watched half of it and I really hate it. And the fact that it literally has no effect on anything, I'm just gonna write that one off. That show never happened. So no, I don't like that this all exists. I mean, I do like that this exists. I do like the show, but I'd rather not have this be in the MCU. Imagine if this didn't have Marvel written all over it. How cool would this be in a vacuum? I have no complaints, but that's not where we are. And I have to get out of this mindset that everything has to be connected because I'm just going to keep getting disappointed. Independency in this context is a double-edged sword. I don't like that everything is disconnected. I want there to be synergy again. I want them to revisit characters in a meaningful way, but I don't know what to expect anymore. I like that this show exists. Would I have rather had something else though? Yeah. Something that would have brought together existing characters built on previous stories. But am I upset? Honestly, I couldn't care enough to be upset. The bar, like I've said, is at 0. So yes, it is good. Everyone should watch Wonder Man because hopefully that will signal to Marvel that they're doing something here that works. And all we can hope is that they know what that is. It's the writing. They know what they're doing. They're writing a good show.